Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. I am awaiting a client to show up in about 20 minutes, and I felt called to quickly hop on. And I asked my guides what decks to use. So we're going to use the Angels of Abundance deck, cute little angel messages. And then we're going to use the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck. This can be also found, both of these can be found on Amazon if you're interested. So the one at the bottom of the deck that I just saw was the Koi Carp, which is all about abundance. Move with the flow of abundance around and through you. So I think it's very unique that I pulled, they guided me to do my abundance, Angels of Abundance deck. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have abundance. So that seems to be the message for today. Let's see what our guides want us to hear. We have the Panther that just came out. Let's see what else. One more, Spirit. Okay, we have two more. One flipped over. We have the Lion. Oh, wow. We have four total. We have the Cat. Speak your truth. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. The Lion, honor your soul and celebrate its journey. And then we have the Panther, consider who you are. Consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give it to, give it away freely to. And then graceful transformation, the Swan, soften your heart and find your flow. So the Swan card for me is always a twin flame energy. It's graceful. It's a mirror. They're mates for life and they mirror each other, just like my two swans on my counter. That's why I found them. Those two were staring at me in a Home Goods one day and I was like, I have to have you. I've been obsessed with swans my whole life and I never knew why. And it's because I'm a twin. And if you're watching this, you're a twin too. You're here, you're magnetically drawn to my channel because we're twin flames. And twin flames are souls that have incarnated in this lifetime to help elevate our planet through our love connection. And it's a higher love. It is not easy. The only way two twins can be together is if they fully love themselves. They forgive their past. They are just incredibly kind and generous to themselves first. They are willing to dive deep into their shadow and all the things that have happened to them. It's just, and that's why it's a graceful transformation, because in order for you two to be together, you have to be graceful. You have to be so generous and kind to yourself. And because if you're a twin, it's one soul split into two bodies. So if you have any anger or frustration or anything towards yourself, you are then pushing your twin away. And the Panther says, protection, consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give it away to freely. So twins are not technically, they're usually in partnerships with other people who take from them, who don't value them. And one twin has to wake up and say, I am not putting up with this BS anymore. I love myself. And the way I like to guide my twins, I've been coaching twin flames for about 3 years now. I first heard the term 4 years ago, and the universe has just brought me people. They show up for a reading and they say, I just met this person. It was a honeymoon phase for a couple months and then they ghosted and then they ran away from me. And they're like, what's going on? Why are they running away from me? And it's because they have to go through that transformation. And a lot of times I always guide them to say, hey, if you're the one running and you're in a partnership with somebody who doesn't value you and they take from you and they hurt you and they're not kind, think about if that person was doing that to your twin, what would you do? If somebody was hurting your twin, what would you do? You would protect them. You would do anything you could to be this Panther that would jump in and just save the day and be like, you're not going to talk to my person this way. You are not going to abuse them. You are not. And that's what's so frustrating as a chaser. I'm a chaser. My twin's a runner. As a chaser, I just want to step in and be like, what are you doing to the karmic partner? Like, who do you think you are treating my person this way? But the lesson is, my person, my other half, they have to stand in their power. They have to protect themselves. They have to do it on their own because that's their graceful transformation. I can't do it for them. But if you're a runner and you're sitting here wondering, how do you leave that kind of situation? You just have to stand up for yourself and really think, if somebody was doing that to your daughter, to your son, to a sibling, to your partner, would you want your daughter or son to stay in a partnership that is not love and that is just convenient and easy and the finances are better that way? Absolutely not. And your soul did not come here. You have to honor your soul's journey and celebrate. You have to be a lion and say, I am not putting up with this. This is not why I incarnated in this lifetime. I incarnated in this lifetime to feel joy, to feel unconditional love, to laugh, to play, to not suffer. And I just posted a video on my Instagram about working out and how our body is the house for our soul. So when we are honoring our soul, we are taking care of it. And meaning taking care of our body, because our body is what's holding our soul. And if we're numbing, if we're using chemicals, if we have all these addictions, we are literally punishing ourselves. We're hurting ourselves because we're avoiding what we need to be doing in our lives. And once we start being more gentle, going through that swan energy, being very, very graceful, having a heart, and thinking about, would you want your twin to have these addictions? If you wouldn't want it for your twin, for your son, for your daughter, then you shouldn't want it for you. And all it takes is one small change. For me, it's meal prepping. As soon as I cook a healthy meal or I make my celery juice, the momentum builds. And I'm like, okay, Michelle, you're taking care of yourself. Like, let's keep this going. Because I can totally go into a slump too, where I'm not taking care of myself and I'm just eating candy all the time or extra caffeine. I have my addictions too. But when I meal prep or when I prepare something ahead of time for myself, and when I do my workouts, that's me staying on track. And I know that when I do that, I go to bed feeling so good about myself. And that's that self-love. And we can't force other people to do that. They have to have that grit and that determination on their own. And a lot of the times, the twins, you were once like this back in like your teens or your 20s or your 30s. You were very good at taking care of yourself. And then you jumped into these partnerships or at these jobs that kind of numbed you out. And you're like, wait, this isn't me. That's part of the journey. We're meant to go down that dark road because then it lights a fire under our ass. And we're like, all right, I got to get myself out of this somehow. And that's where the cat comes in. You get yourself out of it by being honest with yourself, saying, what am I here to do? I'm here to shine my light. Look at this cat. Look at that sunburst behind him. He's like, and they're like daggers too. If you can look, if you can see the dagger, it's because he's so sharp with his words and he's speaking his truth and she's speaking her truth and saying, I'm not putting up with this BS anymore. I am choosing myself. I'm speaking with conviction. I'm not letting anybody hurt me or my twin. And we're going to work together to make this graceful transformation happen so we can be in union together. So if you're waiting on your twin, we don't wait. We elevate. We stay in our juice, I like to call it, and we keep growing and we keep expanding ourselves. Get on your mission. Stop thinking about your other person and just take care of you. Protect you. Do not let any other vibrations take from you. Don't put up with treatment that is not kind or that's ghosting or whatever it is. You deserve better. And a lot of times the twins elevate each other when they stand in their power. And I just was looking down and I just saw a heart on one of my cards. It's like a piece of dust. So I can't pick it up and show you. But this is a sign that we have to honor ourselves and take care of ourselves. And hopefully that will elevate our twin to magnetize back to us. And if your twin isn't ready, it's okay. They will be ready when it's time. But if they're not ready, that might mean that there's some part of you that still has something to learn because maybe you're not ready either. All right, so let's do, meanwhile, this reading had nothing to do with abundance. So let's get the Angels of Abundance. Okay, first card. Wow, we got the Lion. It says positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith, keep going. Twin flame energy. This is the strength card in the tarot. So, and look, it's a little baby cub. Oh, I just thought about my daughter. Yeah. And there's a lamb too. The lamb means a message is coming. So your twin and you are keeping the faith. You're knowing that you're going to end up together. You just have to trust in yourself, to speak your truth, to stand in your power, to not put up with crap. You know what your body wants. You know how you feel when you are feeling like you don't need to be around your twin to feel this way, but your twin activates you. Your twin makes you a better person. Your twin wants the best for you. They just love you. And it might feel awkward because you've never gotten that before. So it might be triggering, but you know that feeling with your person. There's just something in the energetic field between you two that it's like drinking a juice. You're around each other and you just feel like you just took a drug. You're just like, this person activates me and I don't know how. And when you go too long without communicating or without activating each other, you can feel depressed and you can feel lifeless. But the trick is, don't let your mind trick you to think that. Tell yourself a different story. Say, I can do this on my own. Me and my twin are still together in the spirit world. We are okay. We can do this. We're going to take care of ourselves and we're not going to succumb to the story of, oh, I can't do it without them. I need my person here. You don't. I am proof that you can do big things on your own as a single person. And you can also do big things if you're in a partnership and you need to leave it. All it takes is one conversation. One conversation. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I need some space. You don't have to quickly throw out the divorce word, but you open up the doorway to let that person know, hey, things are not going well. And normally, light workers like us attract people with narcissistic tendencies and energies, and they will manipulate. They will do everything they can to hold you down, to not let you leave. Some people, this is really sad, but some people trick people into getting pregnant. Some people will hold finances over your head to keep you stuck. That narcissistic energy in these people, they're not bad people, but they have this, it's like they're a character in your movie challenging you. Okay, so we have to move through that energy and we have to see that, wow, this is not unconditional love. Unconditional love, nobody would hold anything over my head. Nobody would scream and yell at me. They would work through things with me. They want the best for me. They want to encourage me. And part of our mission is discerning between light worker energy, which is light and unconditional love, and narcissistic tendencies, which is, I don't want you to win. It actually makes me angry when you're successful, and I want to keep you small and I want to keep you in the dark. And this is staying positive and moving through that and having the strength of a lion and courage and bravery to move beyond that. Remember that it's a tricky energy, these other karmic connections. They're trying to trick your people into staying with them, but the light will win. The strength will win. The panther will win. The protection will win. You will be with your person. Trust me. It's just a matter of them standing in their power and finally choosing themselves. And remember, think about this. Would you want this situation for your child? Would you want them to be in a toxic partnership? No. So why are you settling, or why is your person settling? That's the energy they need to get in, is they need to see it more clearly. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed this quick reading. I'm going to get ready for my client. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.